Hello, Real Minds. You're welcome to a space that educates and remind you of God's expectation for your life. Today, I'll be discussing on the behavior of the elder brother in Luke 15. This is the part 2 of our topic, the Father's Desire. Please get your writing materials and stay tuned. Well, it's not surprising to know that some persons behave like this. They secretly get excited over other people's downfall. Yes, but why? Why? Anyways, that's a rhetorical question. But I'm curious. Why was his brother angry? Why was he upset when his kid brother came back home? Wasn't he supposed to be happy? Why did he display bitterness? I just have a lot of why. But let's read the response from the TPT version in Luke 15:28. The elder son became angry and refused to go in and celebrate. So his father came out and pleaded with him, "Come and enjoy the feast with us." The son said, "Father, listen. How many years have I worked like a slave for you, performing every duty you've asked as a faithful son? And I've never once disobeyed you. But you've never thrown a party for me because of my faithfulness. Never once have you given me a goat that I could feast on and celebrate with my friends, as this son of yours is doing now. Look at him. He comes back home after wasting your wealth on prostitutes and reckless living, and here you are throwing a great feast to celebrate for him." The father said, "My son, you are always with me by my side. Everything I have is yours to enjoy." That's the typical voice of a father. But sometimes we act differently. We act like people who don't have understanding. First, we refuse to forgive a friend or sibling after an apology. That happens. Then we hold grudges for no reason. We demand punishment and want others to suffer consequences instead of healing, because to you they are not worth forgiving. Their sins are so great that they are not worth forgiving. We lack empathy and judge people who struggle with school, drugs, or family issues. We always see that it's their fault, and we never get close to understand why. We don't ask questions. We judge from a far distance. We believe love must be earned through flawless performance. Because it wasn't you, doesn't mean it can be you. Oh, you have never fallen into such situation. You have never done this, you have never done that. Oh, congratulations. But what are the things you've done that we don't know? For all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. People make mistakes, but what's your response when you are informed about it? Now, before we get into the lessons for today, let me draw your attention to this. There are things this elder brother did not know he had right to or right over, not just as the first son or the heir apparent to the father's throne, but because he's the son of a wealthy father. First, I will say he lacked ownership mentality. The son had issues with unnecessary things like when to kill a goat and eat, things like when to feast with his friends. Those were unnecessary. Listen, friends, the moment you understand the capacity of your father, you will experience life differently. Now I'll bring this to your understanding. The moment you understand how sufficient, how God is able to show forth his mercy over your life, how powerful he is, how loving he is, how merciful he is, you will understand that God is a loving father. He is a loving father. You have to understand the capacity of your father. Not because life won't hit you differently. Not because you won't go through waters, you won't go through. There was a phase in my life I was so sick. I thought I was a sickler. I thought I won't even make it. And you know what? I wasn't looking like that situation. I was always sick for no reason. One thing or the other is just happening to me. But I had to remember whose I am. I remembered how God has been showing me mercy long before now. Long before when the sickness started. Then I went back to God. Friends, you can go back to God. No matter the situation or condition, God is able. Not because you won't pass through the waters or the rivers or the fire, but because there is an assurance. None of these will ever harm you. John 1:12 says, "Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God." You are a child of God as long as you believe. Sometimes when we are faced with chaos, we forget we are children of God. Dear friends, all God needs for us is to call on him. Call on the name of Jesus today, and he will lead you to the path of righteousness. So here are some lessons we need to learn from this. Number 1, avoid self-righteousness. 2, stop comparing your quiet, steady life to someone else's wild past. It steals joy, your daily joy at that. And number 3, practice grace and forgiveness. That is very important. Thank you for listening to Real Minds Podcast with Charity. See you next week. Bye for now.